What is the most valuable piece of advice that you've received that has shaped your approach to business transformation?
I came up with my own tagline, but the gist of it is that there's no way a business can stay stagnant. Okay, if you are doing if you are doing what you are doing every day, okay, you will never stay stagnant. You are declining. All right. So because the environment is moving so fast, if you don't improve, your competitor will. Right. So I always have this tagline that I always tell people: if you don't move on with time, time will move you on. Yeah. So this has been the advice, right, that has been hovering around my mind all along during the transition of the business. And I have to keep thinking, how do I what's next? Even if I incorporated something new, a change, and I'll ask what's next? Maybe I can give you some example. I mean, the most relevant, I think many people can relate to, is Kodak, right, and Nokia. So during that period of time, Kodak, right, was the giant, right? Nobody can mess with them, right? But ultimately, why do they fail? Because to them, they are already, sitting on the throne. Nobody can touch them, right? And do you know a fun fact? Do you know that actually, right, Kodak was the first company, right, that started the digital camera. They refused to roll it out. Why? Because at the point of time, right, what's their most lucrative business is the printing of their film. If I'm not wrong, if I get my facts right, I think it's to them, printing the film is like printing money, the profit margin is massive. So none of the shareholders, none of those stakeholders, they want to let go of this, because they feel, to me, the more I print, the more I make, right? So when they were still holding on to this, all the companies like Sony, all those, they started their own digital camera and all these things. By the time they wanted to roll out their digital camera, it's too late. They just look like antique already. That's why it came out for a while. I'm not sure whether you've seen it before. It came out for a while, but you can see if you compare to the rest of the competitors, no, you wouldn't buy it. So, and same for Nokia. They were the giant. Then being such a giant, right, don't you think they have the resources and the ability to adapt to the smartphone era before Apple start doing what they did? But they refuse. They feel that right now is there. Yeah, they are too complacent. By the time they realize it, then they started to do their Symbian OS and all these things. It's too late. Android and the iOS has already taken over the entire market, and that's the decline. So I would say every industry, right, is the same. I mean, you really have to keep a lookout. What are your competitors doing? What is the market demand? What is the market sentiment? What do people want? And then we work towards it. That's the thing.